I'm recording now.
Mm.
So, hello, Leila.
Hi.
Leila, could you tell us about yourself and the work that you do?
My name is Leila Yahaya. I go by the pronoun they, them. I work with One Love Sisters Ghana as the co-founder and executive director. I'm a gender activist, specifically looking at LGBT plus right, and a communication strategist.
Could you tell us a little bit about the work that One Love Sisters does?
Okay, so One Love Sisters Ghana is an LBQ and gender non-conforming Muslim organization looking at embracing all the diversities that Muslim women come with, and also gender expansive people. The work we do at OLS is to empower the community because we realized that the Muslim community was lacking behind when it comes to education and human rights, safety and security, everything empowerment actually. So we started empowering and engaging the community members to bring their issues on the table. When we started in the beginning, it wasn't easy. It was very difficult, but as time go on and we were still doing what we were doing, engaging the community, organizing queer people coming together, talking about issues, we now started having people who were willing to bring their issues to the table. People who were having issues that they couldn't have anyone to talk to. So they come to the table and talk about their issues. And through these interventions, we were able to design tailored programs and projects that favored the community that we were serving. So as OLS, we do some programs specifically for Muslim, LBQ and gender non-conforming persons, and we also do programs for general LBQ and gender non-conforming persons as well in Ghana.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Can you share with us some of the challenges that you have been experiencing in your work with OLS?
The challenges are actually plenty, but I'm just going to talk about some. Our first challenge will be the current climate that we work within. If I say current climate, I live in a country where an anti-LGBT bill has been introduced in Parliament, which is being negotiated to be passed into law to further discriminate against LGBT plus folks to the extent of erasing the existence of queer people. So, due to this bill, people use it as a stepping stone to promote hatred, violence within the community, because a lot of people don't even understand what's going on. But so far as there's a lot of controversies going on the radio, on the TV, everywhere, the media always carry it, the propagandas and all this fuel hatred, because you get people attacking you either in public, online, everywhere, and it's because of this. And this causes challenges to our organizing, because when it comes to coordinating and organizing an event, it becomes very difficult, because community members, that's our target groups, don't feel safe coming out to engagement, to benefit from the resources we have for them. And at the same time, we also have people who also will be tracing your movement just to know what you're doing, so that they know how to attack you. So the current climate is our major challenge at the moment. And secondly, the funding landscape is quite limited. It's quite slim. It's very difficult for us to get enough resources to really do the interventions that we do. We run an hotline operation. At times we get survivors come to you, talk to you about their issues, and you don't have the muscles to help them. And you have to turn your back on such a survivor. And it hurts, right? And this brings me to my third challenge, which is not having proper systems in place to tackle sexual violence without looking at the fact that this is human who has been sexually violated, instead of picking it from an angle of your sexual orientation, right? So it has always been a challenge where a queer person will go through sexual violence and will still have to go through explaining their queerness to people before their sexual violation will be attended to. And at times, justice don't even come out of it. And justice, when it comes to justice, justice means different things to different people, right? They don't allow these people, like survivors, to really be the ones like explaining what they really want. And that's also an issue. Because as a queer person, I can't walk freely into a police station and report my case without being discriminated or stigmatized. And this has always been a problem in the community. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so the challenges, the successes.
Right.
Yeah, so the successes are a lot, but also I'm going to just streamline. My first success as an activist is being able to organize within conservative community. I work with Muslims, and if I mention Muslims, you understand what I'm going to talk about. And I'm working with Muslims who are queer and still finding themselves. So it's challenging, but somehow, some way, I was able to manage, bring these people on a table to discuss about their issues, to openly talk about their issues, right? It wasn't easy in the beginning, but we made it, right? We were able to invite people. First, it was really difficult to get people on the table talking about issues, about things they are going through, but it got to a time they themselves, they felt safe enough because we created that intentional space where they can come and talk about their issues without being judged in any form. And that's what we realized that they want, right? They wanted. And through that, we were able to design and tailored initiative that was able to also support them and things that they need. Because through this interventions with them, this community organizing, we're able to also fish out what the community really needs. So we don't just plan activities, but we engage with community members and be able to design tailored programs addressing their needs. And secondly, I'm able to start a hotline operation. Yeah, it's something that has forever been in my heart. As a survivor, I know what it takes me to be able to open up and talk to someone about my perpetrator or my abuser. And looking at this as a challenge, acknowledging the privilege that I come with as a cisgender woman, and looking at the community that I work with, where we have non-binary persons who can't openly talk about the abuses they go through because of the stigma that comes against it, because of the discrimination, because of the societal challenges that comes with the fact that they open up and call out their perpetrators. Because some of these perpetrators are people from our own homes, people from our societies, people from our communities, and we go through this day in and day out, and we don't have anybody to talk to. So we started this initiative to be able to listen, right? Listen, just offer that listening ears to community members so that they will be able to have someone to talk to. And that has been like a huge success for me, because when we started with just 5 hotline operators, just operating in Accra, Cape Coast, and Tamale. But currently, we are running this hotline operation in 10 regions, having 17 hotline operators. And this is a huge success. It is.
Thank you so much
You're welcome.
for sharing this with us. And I'm gonna stop now.